Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr. GTV, talking to you about metaphysics. Meta means beyond, so metaphysics means beyond physics. And to talk about metaphysics, you don't have to be a clever person. In fact, you have to have a bit of a dreamy mind. You have to go into the realms of your imagination and fantasy, because a lot of it isn't recorded in terms of normal physics, and physics was something that was beyond me when I went to secondary school. Physics and mathematics were complicated. I didn't really understand it, see the reason why you should work out certain angles or cubes or all sorts of calculations that were irrelevant to my schoolboy life. But now I realise that physics pretty much rules. It's the iron law of the universe. And metaphysics is the iron law of the multiverse. That if you realise that we live in a physical reality, physics is all about physical reality. It's about objects, it's about things that you can tangibly touch through your 5 physical senses, which is touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. You can have conscious contact with things that you can touch, things you can see, things you can smell, things you can hear, things you can taste. And a lot of people aren't mindful of those 5 modalities of information. You miss so much. You tend to just see what you're dealing with. You tend to block out things that you might consider are irrelevant, but actually is where the joy of life is, in the detail. The simple things are what's important, but we tend to be focused maybe on our destination and we miss the journey. So metaphysics, meta meaning beyond, it's beyond physics. So it's beyond those 5 physical senses. It's beyond touch. It's beyond taste. It's beyond sight. It's beyond what you smell and what you hear. And as a species, human beings, we tend to focus in on so little, even in physical realms, that when you start to talk about extra senses, these meta senses beyond our senses, then a lot of people just check out and go, well, no, that's not for me. I don't believe that. That's all just unreal. Trust me, it's very real. And one day you'll get this, because you won't have a body and you'll tune in to things that aren't sensory through your body. They're extrasensory, beyond your body. And the reason that I can say that confidently is because you experience that in trance. You experience that every night or whenever you daydream, that you drift off and you sort of leave your body, you astrally project, you disappear, escape your body, your mind floats away and it goes somewhere, and where your mind goes, you actually experience things through these extra senses. And you might still not believe me, but if you've got a dog or a cat, you watch a dog or a cat dreaming, lying by the fire, and its legs are going, because a dog's believing it's chasing a cat and a cat believes it's chasing a mouse. And its thoughts in its mind are creating that reality, and its legs are moving as if it's doing that through its body, but it's all the mind working through the body. Now, generally speaking, the way sensory input goes, most people believe in a physical reality is that you experience something when you process it inside. That something happens, that you're given a bacon sandwich or an egg sandwich or a salad or whatever you're having. That's external, and then it comes into your body, and then you experience the taste, the smell, the sensory experience of the food, the sensory experience of an argument or a loving embrace, a caress, that you hear music externally and you react internally, that you're driving a car, that you're seeing things on the outside and you're reacting on the inside, that's the way it works. But actually, that's only part of the conversation. It's a very small part of the conversation. What I believe and what quantum physics proves is that most of it's going on inside your head, and that instead of your eyes seeing what's outside there, that your eyes are putting it outside there, that you're having an experience in your mind, you're having a thought, a dream, an imagination, a visualization, and that you're actually projecting it out there. So your eyes aren't receivers, they're projectors. I'll say that again, that your eyes aren't receivers, they are projectors. That your body will experience external input and process it internally, but more powerfully in the metaverse, in metaphysics, that you can experience it internally and project it out there. And that's what I'm fascinated in. For the last 6 weeks, and I'm making this, I think it's June the 16th, 2022. Last night was week 6 of 6 weeks of training that me and my daughter Kat Garner have done. Metaphysics, Reiki. In other words, teaching people how to become Reiki practitioners, how to work with energy, how to work with vibration and frequency, how to internally shift and then project it out there, how to have an intention to heal and then how to project healing and create healing, to manifest healing and balance and empowerment, using symbolism, using frequency and vibration and metaphysics. And then tomorrow night, I'm at Lisa's Deli in Old Colwyn with my daughter Kat Garner, and we're doing a spirit night where we'll be contacting other dimensional beings. Now you might think, oh, he's lost the plot now, he's talking woo-woo. Well, no. Other dimensional beings are just beings in other dimensions that we can't see physically, but quantumly, or spiritually if you want to use that word, or metaphysically, I prefer to use that expression. Those things don't come into our normal 5 sensory perceptions. We can't normally see them, we can't normally taste them, we can't normally touch them, we can't normally hear them or feel them. But when you get into certain modalities of vibration, you open up your intuition, you open up your psyche, you shift your vibration, and then these things come into the realms of your reality. How many times have you thought you've seen something and then you look again and it's not there, but it was there? How many times have you heard something that really you think, well, I'm on my own, but I've just heard something, so maybe I'm not on my own? Or you felt something, but there's nothing touched you. Nothing that you can tangibly say that's touched me, but you know you've been touched. Maybe you've had a shiver. Maybe you've smelt something, or the temperature's changed in the room. Maybe you've seen something, experienced something. Maybe even a dream, something's come to you and you've woke up and you thought, that felt real. Trust me, all these experiences are real, and you can develop these experiences and do psychic development and metaphysical development and learn to become more in tune, more intuitive with your extra senses, which is ESP, which is ESP training, metaphysical training, spiritual development. Most animals, well, all animals use their extra senses. Bats work on radar. Sharks can feel vibration miles in the water. Dogs can hear things that you can't hear. That's why you have these whistles that you can't hear, but they can hear them. All animals, snakes use their tongue. They can sense vibration. Extrasensory, super sensory taste and smell. Beyond our experience, our perception, which is meta, which is beyond our physical perception. And we're really missing a trick by thinking that we're alone at any time, that between you and me, this camera that's filming this and me here, there's thin air here, but this thin air is full of stuff, but you can't physically see it. But trust me, the light that's passing is transmitting the signal and then vibrating to your device. So this is all invisible. Wi-Fi is invisible, but the world of Wi-Fi allows you to watch the whole world, the physical world, on your device, and it comes to life, and it's all vibration. Everything is vibration and frequency, and so is the metaphysical world. And this is what I teach and preach, and this is what I enjoy, and this is the magic of a reality that a lot of people ignore. Because in that reality, in that magic, are clues and guidance from your passed over loved ones, from other dimensional beings who I believe are on your side and are assisting you. And there's some that don't also, and be aware of that. But there's no good and bad, it's all there for you. It's just information. And I find it inspiring to have a sense of being connected to you and everybody in the universe and everything in the universe and everything that ever has been, ever will be. In fact, everything past, present and future is available to me using my extra senses, and I demonstrate this all the time, and I'm looking forward tomorrow night to demonstrating that exact fact to all the guests at the dinner that have been invited to the evening with me and Kat, my daughter. So if you want to explore this, you know where I am. If you want to see this, you know where I am. But you don't have to come to me to see people making connections to things that are beyond physics, metaphysical, spiritual, energy, frequency, vibration. It's everywhere to be seen, but it's not talked about, and it would make this world a far better place if people embraced it. Be open-minded to this, enjoy your mind, and check back for more from me, Mike G, for free on Mr. G TV. Take care.